This is a video that is the most awaited one. As I stated earlier that I am going to upload a video on the important questions for the chapter number 1, that is chemistry of representative elements, which is part of our inorganic chemistry. In this video you will be seeing the short and descriptive questions for all the topics that are included in chapter number 1. Let's begin. So the first question that you get in your board examination is for the group trend. Make sure that whenever you attempt the question for the group trend, there are few exceptions in the P block for some specific group. Those exceptions along with their reason must be mentioned to attain full marks. The group trends that we have, from these group trends we also get the scientific reasons. Here in this question you can see that it says discuss the group trend of atomic radius and ionization energy in the S block elements, or you can attempt the scientific reasons. This is a 4 marks short question answer, which means 2 marks for atomic radius and 2 marks for ionization energy. Make sure that this is for the representative elements, that is for the S block and P block. So when you attempt the question, you must read thoroughly that for which specific block they are asking you to write the group trend. Here in this case, they have asked to discuss the S block only. It means you will only mention the group 1 and 2A. Same reason implies for the other trends as well. If we have any exception, that exception must be written. For scientific reason, you get 4 scientific reasons, 1 for each mark, and then you attempt the scientific reason with the correct reasoning. If you want, you can also watch my previous videos in which I have shared all the notes for this question. You might get this in your descriptive for the 8 marks, 4 properties, which means 2 marks for each property. Same case will be followed. You have to make sure that you read the question very attentively and write what specific group they are asking you to write the trend for, and then if that group has any exception, so that must also be mentioned. The second question that we get in the descriptive is for the manufacturing of the caustic soda, that is sodium hydroxide, by the Kastner-Kellner cell, along with the advantages and disadvantages of the process. Make sure that when you attempt such questions, the label diagram must be drawn. Also, in these kind of questions, you also get their chemical reaction, that is the properties that you have after the industrial manufacturing. So those must be attempted. Preparation of the bleaching powder with its properties, that is the chemical properties, and you must draw the diagram. Manufacturing of the sulfuric acid also show its property as the oxidizing and dehydrating agent. I have made a detailed video on the chemical properties of sulfuric acid, so you might get any one or two among those properties. The unique behavior of beryllium, which shows in the group 2A elements, you get this in your 4 marks. It has 4 properties, so all those 4 properties must be mentioned. The diagonal relationship and its properties between the 3 pair of elements that shows resemblance. When you attempt this question in your short question answers, if they are asking you to define the 2 pair of elements, then you have to only define the 2 pair of elements. But if they have not mentioned, then it means that all the 3 pair of elements that are included in your coursework must be explained. For the chemical reactions that we have, or the properties, you get this in your 8 marks descriptive. The chemical reaction in the form of equation is not mentioned, but they mostly give it in the form of a statement. So you have to attempt all the 8 equations. Each equation carry 1 mark, which means in chapter number 1 you have 3 industrial manufacturing. So from these 3, You may get 2 industrial manufacturing in your board examinations. The 3 include the contact process, Kastner-Kellner cell, and Hazen-Clever process. Frame test, you get this in your multiple choice question. Unique behavior of beryllium and diagonal relationship, you mostly get this in your short question answers. The equations that you have along with the chemical properties, you get these in your 8 marks descriptive. So in the inorganic chemistry from chapter 1, you will get around 16 marks, which means 1 the industrial manufacturing and 2 short question answers. One is the group trend, which includes the scientific reason as well, and second is either you will get the beryllium one or the diagonal relationship. So it is one of the most important chapter of inorganic chemistry. Make sure that when you are preparing this chapter, you are aware of the board formatting, that how the question will be given to you in your final examination. I have made detailed video on each topic with the board formatting of the question and have added the board questions after the topic as well. So you can watch those videos, and this is a video only for the important topics for the chapter number 1. Make sure that you also get multiple choice question from this question, which makes that chapter 1 includes the multiple choice questions, short question answers, at least 2, descriptive question answers at least 2, one in the other part and second in the other part, which makes that you will get around 16 to 18 marks from your chapter number 1, including all the things that you get in your board examinations. One of the most prominent thing, or the thing that students must remember, is that when you attempt your board examination, you must read the question paper first. Irrespective you know the answers or not, you must read the question paper completely. Then you take the question you want to attempt. From this chapter 1, you will be getting 2 short question answers and 1 descriptive. Descriptive you have 2, but you have to attempt 1, so eventually it will be 1. But in short, you do have the choice between the group trend and scientific reason that make it 1 short question answer and 1 that will be the unique behavior of beryllium or the diagonal relationship, which makes 2 short question answers and 1 descriptive from chapter number 1 along with the MCQs. So this is a detailed video on all the questions that you already got or you will get in your board examination. So make sure that you watch the video completely. Thank you.